Think about this. Think about this, right? You go to any village in Africa, the people are allowed to mine, excavate, farm, build, architect, commoditize, share. They're allowed to do all these things, right? If you go to a city like Detroit, right, and you try to dig a hole in your backyard or in your front yard, right, some coding enforcer will come out, and if they see it, they'll report it to the city of Detroit app, and they'll send a code regulator out and basically, give you a citation, right? They'll tell you, you can't do this, you can't do that, right? They'll do something like that, like even as far as not wanting to cut your grass, right? Or if you want to grow something, right? They'll send a code regulator out and he'll report it. And if you get a citation, you have to pay a fine on it. And if you don't pay those fines, they're going to take your property from you. Africa doesn't have to deal with this. They don't. Africa has so much less government than any other place in America. So much less government. This is why you see the Chinese, when they go over there, right? They don't have plexiglass everywhere. Well, when you see like Arabs come over here and they do have the plexiglass up, or you see a Korean come over and he have the plexiglass up, right? They're letting you know it's about war. It's not about war with Africans. So who are Koreans and Arabs and Chinese? Who are they at war with when they come to America? Who are going into their shops? The code regulators, right? Why do they not want you taking care of your property the way you want to take care of it? You see what I mean? Like, you dig a hole in your front yard or something like that, man, and they see you doing it, or they see, because what they do is they be circulating the blocks, right? They be on rounds. They go to this block, they go to that block. 5 minutes later, they come through in this block, and they be like in white pickup trucks with their, the city of Detroit logo on there on the side. So like, you got to be very careful, man, on how you take care of your property. This is why I really don't blame people who say, I want to do renting, right? Because like, if you do go into ownership of homes and like, any type of thing like that, right? You really got to do it as like a group. You got to do it as a group. You can't do it by yourself a lot of the times, because you got to upkeep so much stuff. And like, there's also like the petty excursion of problems finding you. You know what I mean? Like something fell off the roof. Well, you can't fix it, right? And the city code department see it, they're going to complain about it. You know what I mean? So you got to be very, 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 very careful, man, about this idea of liberty. And I always say the dangers of liberty. You got to know what that stuff means, man. Because like, you can't just do anything you want to do in America. Like, there's always a organization that's within an organization that profiles you, or that takes away from your credibility, or try to, demine you. You know what I mean? Like, they try to make you seem like you're unsound. In a lot of black cities, they try to make you seem like you're unsound, like you're crazy. You always hear that word thrown around, crazy. I never use that word. I never call people crazy. You know what I mean? But think about that, right? You really don't have freedom in America. You really don't. As a in comparison to Africa, you really don't have freedom in America. You don't.